best communicator sometimes, but we'll save that for another association. But of course, it's critical, and that's number one on the list in working with your engineer. You've got to make sure your engineer is using best business practices. He is a good communicator and he's on timely. Responding quickly to your phone, to communications, to emails, so forth. Not somebody who's interested in a one-time project. You want to develop a relationship with your engineer. One good way, a communication skill, is develop an intake form where when you go to the engineer, you've got a description of your project clearly on paper, defining the geometry, what you want done, and send it off. That'll help clarify the scope. You also need to go through the company procedures and policies, how each particular company works. Everybody works a little differently, how they contact, maybe invoice, so forth. And defining the scope, that is critical. You know, what exactly do you need engineered? Sometimes, you know, I've received drawings with all kinds of information, all kinds of awnings and canopies. But it turns out they just need an engineer for just one particular canopy. So things like this, just they may seem pretty obvious, but it really helps get things really clarified on paper too. Even a phone conversation helps, but sometimes when you are describing a certain detail, you know, drawings always help. I tell some people even a hand drawing, a hand sketch is all I would need to get the idea across. Sometimes if just a phone conversation doesn't always do it, it gets me back to that swing set, that swing that just ends up not looking so right. You also need to get a clear idea of costs, dates, deadlines, time frames, so forth. The contract, of course, you know, what kind of a contract is it? And now deliverables, what you're going to get. Are you going to get just a PDF? Are you going to get a FedEx copy of some drawings with wet stamp on it, the number of drawings, so forth, and make sure that's integrated with the time frame. And then, of course, last topic is best business practices. Now, your engineer's got to perform a high level of dedication and efficiency, and of course, communication, quick turnaround with emails, phone calls. And engineers should be able to provide you with an economical design, not a design that is giving you the wrong material, something you can't work with. Is it buildable? Is the quality within your budget? The quantity of materials is that within your budget? Of course, it's got to be well engineered, well designed to get you underneath, to get you some profit for the project. You don't want to go overboard with material. Let's see. Well, that's pretty much it for now. What I've got. Does anybody have any questions or any concerns or issues they've had with engineers at all?
Go ahead. I see you work with M-Panel on your brochure.
Yes, of course.
Are you working with the new engineering program that gives the applied